Hi everyone and welcome back to Akshata's recipes. So today I thought I'd just take this opportunity to interact with all of you. I have not done this Q&A for a long time, so I thought I'll just talk to you all about some of the queries that I got with regard to the recipes that I posted I think in the month of May and June, and then also just call out to some of my viewers, just do a shout out because they do write to me on a regular basis and their comments are so sweet. And then I'll also be putting up the comment of the month that I found really so sweet, and I'll show you all clips of all of that as well as queries. So I'd like to start with the question part, that is whatever questions I got with regards to the recipe. So I've made a note of it down and I'll just I got a question regarding the Tendli or the Tondli Bhaji that I had put up recently. So there was a question from Celine Miranda. Celine was asking me whether you can add onions to this particular Tondli or Tendli recipe that I had posted up recently. So I replied to her, but then I think many of you also might have a similar query. So the thing is that in the recipe that I prepare, I don't like to add onions because it changes the entire taste of the Tondli Bhaji, because you're adding this thing called goda masala or kala masala, which is a very typical traditional Maharashtrian masala which is used in most Maharashtrian homes. Like for example, the East Indians, they have their bottle masala. Goans have the samarache powder. So every different families have different particular kind of masalas that they regularly use for their recipes. So in this Tondli Bhaji, I normally use this goda masala, which is also called kala masala. So when you put onion in this recipe, it changes the entire taste of the recipe. So generally, at home we cook most of the vegetables on a very simple way. There's no onion, there's no garlic, there's no ginger. It's just a very simple fodni or bagar that we give, which is of just mustard seeds, asafoetida, turmeric powder and cumin seeds. And then we cook the vegetable, and then sometimes we add goda masala, sometimes it's not added, and then a little bit of joggery and salt. That is the basic kind of recipe for most vegetables. So there's no real grinding of masalas and there's no masala paste or anything. This is a simple kind of vegetable. And then she also Vanita Gomes had asked me that what is this kala masala or goda masala and can it be used for non-veg recipes. So just now I just replied as to what is this kala masala or goda masala, and down below this video I'll leave a link of how I prepare this goda masala or kala masala at home. It's very simple, and it is the aroma of all the spices, once you make that masala, is just mind-blowing. And it's been a tradition in my home, that is my mother-in-law has this tradition and I've carried it on, that whenever we make fresh goda masala at home on that day, that time we make fresh amti, or we make masala khichdi, that is moong dal khichdi, because you add goda masala in this khichdi also, and when it's fresh and you just make it, it really tastes amazing. So she asked me, Vanita Gomes asked me whether you can use goda masala or kala masala in non-veg recipes. I don't think you can, because it has a very different flavor and I don't think it will go well with non-veg. I have not heard of anyone who I know using goda masala in non-veg recipes. But if you all know any recipes in which goda masala can be used, then please leave your comments in the comment section below. Then with regard to my coconut pudding, Fatima Azevedo had asked me whether, how many puddings do you get with the quantity that I used. So I got exactly 6. So if you want to make more, then you can always double it, and do try out this coconut pudding. It's just amazing. It's so light on the palate, and everyone in my home just loved it. And if you get a chance, then make it and try to use fresh coconut milk rather than using the packet one. It makes all the difference in the world. So from Brenda Castellino regarding the ginger and khuskhus vadi. So Brenda wanted to know that whether you can use joggery instead of using sugar, and the answer is yes, you can use joggery, and you have to use it in the same measure as you use sugar. Actually, in most recipes, if you're able to use joggery instead of sugar, it's much better. It's a much healthier substitute, and it tastes almost the same. I mean, it has a little bit of a difference, but when you're thinking, okay, I'm eating healthy, then joggery is definitely a good substitute. Like recently I posted a recipe in which I made sheera, in which I substituted the sugar with joggery, and it tastes really, really amazing. So if you can substitute joggery with sugar, there's no problem. Like for me, I have completely, when I have tea, I don't add sugar. When I have my coffee, I don't have sugar. Instead, I like to add, honey when I'm having coffee. Sugar, I mean, tea I have without any sugar. But coffee, because it has a little bit of a bitter taste, so I add just about a teaspoon of honey. So, I mean, wherever you can put joggery, incorporate it in your cooking. So, the next question. Was with regard to the bhakri dough that I had shown. I had made this mixed flour bhakri of natsni, jwari and bajra, which we normally have at home. So Pratik Satar Dekar, I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correctly, Pratik, he asked me whether we can refrigerate this bhakri dough. So basically, I don't generally refrigerate bhakri dough. Like when I'm making chapatis or puris, I make the dough and I use it on the same day or maximum on the next morning. I don't use that more than that for chapati or puri dough. But bhakri dough is always made fresh. Now, of course, if you're a working person and you don't have the time and you just want to come home and just make the bhakri without going to the process of making the dough, then yes, you can refrigerate it. But generally, I think bhakri, I at least like to make it fresh, and it doesn't take much time, because once you make the dough and you just add a little bit of, take the flour, and once you add a little bit of salt and the hot water and knead it, it's like instantly, the whole dough comes together. But if you're refrigerating it, then try to use it up on the same day or maximum, to the next day within about maximum 8 hours of the next day once you refrigerate it. Otherwise, the whole consistency of the dough changes and it doesn't taste that well, and it will become very difficult for you to even, shape the bhakri and, go on with the rest of the procedure. So my advice is try to make the bhakri flour, on the same time that you're making it. It doesn't take much time. Questions, I'm going to post where some clips where people have sent me messages giving me suggestions of what they do in their recipes. With whatever recipe I'm putting up, they give me suggestions, and I love that, because I do try them out. So a few mentions over here would be Rani Henry, who's a regular viewer, and she writes to me, thanks Rani. So she was telling me about the Tendli Bhaji or the Tondli Bhaji. She doesn't add any joggery, but she likes to add, shengdana chakoot, or like we call it coarsely ground peanut powder. So I'm definitely going to try it out next time I make that recipe. And then Derek Poe, who also writes to me. Hi Derek, thanks a lot. He says that when you're making these oats choco chip cookies, add a little bit of mixed nuts and add some cranberries, which I'm definitely going to try. The minute I get some hands on some cranberries, I'm definitely going to try that. So then there was also another comment by Rosemary D'Souza, which I'll be posting, about brinjal pickle. She liked my pickle, but then she gave a suggestion, so I'll be posting that. So if you all want to try it out that way, you can do that. Then there was Jahnavi Gokhale, who wrote about the Tendli Bhaji, you know, as to how she makes it, so I'll post that. And I guess and then of course a lot of positive comments from many of them, like Pearl D'Souza, who also writes to me regularly. And then there's a new person who's written to me, Suchita Ambavale. I hope I'm pronouncing your surname rightly. So she was looking out for this East Indian pickle, which is a really lovely pickle because it has no oil at all, and you know, it's made out of pumpkin, raw pumpkin. So do try out this recipe, and all the recipes I'm mentioning out here, I will put them up in the description box, so you all can go and check it out. And I'll be putting up all the lovely comments that I get from all of you, just a few. This is just a handful. And of course, I'd like to do a special shout out to people who have been writing to me, you know, I mean, who really write to me regularly, and they give me such a positive feedback, and really nice people. So the top of my list is Ali Saldana. Ali, thanks for all your comments. They've been so sweet and so encouraging. Thank you for taking the time to write to me. I look forward to your messages on every video. Then of course there's Rani Henry. She writes to me very nicely, and sometimes she writes to me, if I'm putting up a typical Maharashtrian recipe, then she'll always say masta and all, and she'll write it in Marathi, which is so nice and so out of the box, and it really makes my day. Then there's Janet Fernandez. She's also very sweet. Her messages are also very sweet, so thank you, Janet. And there's of course Hilary Cardozo, who also writes to me. Thank you, Hilary. I'm going to be posting your comment about the jalebis, and so you all can all see, you know, what really keeps me going and what really makes me get up in the morning and think of what I'm going to share with you. And I've got my mom's recipe. My mom had written like really at least 5 recipe books, and I'm so thankful to her that she did write, you know, all these recipes down for me. And when I want to go for some real authentic Goan recipes, then I go to those cookbooks. But she has a lot of other baking recipes and everything. So, you know, I mean, I'm really being blessed that my mom has left me this, you know, that I can share it with all of you. And that's what makes me get up in the morning, think of new recipes which I can, you know, share with you all. I do try out new stuff as well as old traditional recipes, and whenever something really comes out amazing, you know, I just want to shoot it and just share it with all of you. So my camera stand and my camera is always handy, and you know, I just go grab it and start shooting and then editing and then, you know, sharing it with you. And especially when there's something I'm like really so you know, crazy about, that I just want to go and put it out there. I mean, I just do it like the minute I finish shooting and everyone's done with eating, and you know, we're all like just doing our own thing, I'll go, I'll edit it and post it and do my voiceover and everything. So these are the comments, and I have many more comments. Thanks to all of y'all. I am not posting all the comments here, but I do get such a lot of positive feedback, and that makes me keep going and you know, keeping on trying to find out some better recipes which I can share with all of you. So do write to me, guys, because unless and until y'all interact with me, and until and unless y'all come up and write to me. I really don't know who's watching and what you'll think of the recipe, so it doesn't take much time. You just have to log into Google or YouTube, and you can always leave your comments. You can leave your request if you're only searching for a particular recipe. Let me know about it. I will I will go out there and try to find it and give it to you and make it as simple as possible, because my motto of my recipes is quick, easy and simple, and something that everybody can make. I don't try to have recipes which are like, oh my god, a person will not even want to make it by looking at the method and the energy and the amount of ingredients that go into it. So my cooking is very simple and something that can really be made quickly and easily, and where something which everyone will love to have. I do this episode, where I'm interacting with you, because nowadays I don't come on the video like I used to before, because that makes the video very lengthy, and I don't think anyone wants to watch a 10 minutes video. Rather, a 4-minute or a 5-minute video is very appropriate. So nowadays I don't put the introduction and the ending of the video. That makes it more simpler. So I thought once in a way I'll pop in and talk to you all guys. And I might do a live stream soon. I'll put it up on my community tab that I'm doing a live stream, so you all guys can join me on that live stream and I can interact with you all. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for being so patient and listening to everything I have to say. And lots of love to all of you all who have been writing to me. I am not able to write everyone's names in this video, but you know who I'm talking about. All of you who take the effort of logging into YouTube, writing your lovely comments, and even a simple thank you, Akshata, it makes my day. And I know that okay, you've really loved the recipe. That's why you've taken the effort of writing thank you and saying thank you to me. So I appreciate each and every one of you all, and lots of love and lots of regards to all of you all. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll catch you soon in my next video, sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye. Take care, guys.